Teaspoon from Rolling 60s and T4 from out the Rolling 40s. But the Rolling 40s out of Chattanooga, Tennessee. So, this takes place in Atwater, California. Now, every time I explain the story of Atwater, California, if y'all been some of the viewers that have tapped in, y'all know that every time I mention that spot, I gotta mention out the straightening process, because when I first landed at that spot, for it to be a USP in a penitentiary, it was a former shell of itself. Not that I was trying to be tough, or that I wanted to be institutionalized or stay in jail any longer than my stay. That's why the lines that was pressed had to be pressed, because
what's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? What's Trap tapping in Trap News Network. Back in the same, like hood, cracking the same here at TNN Trap News Network. Second is you can use. Get out of G though. You're not thinking nobody's college G though, big dog. Hit us with a like, with a comment, with a good subscribe. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that news you can use. It's that knowledge you're not finna get. And nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure, in fact, tapped in with the good tap in. Hit us with a like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Hit all. Say tapped in for latest and the greatest, man. We finna start over the young ANT JEFE. Finna jump into this good content, man. I got some fades going on, I guess, with some rolling 60s and some rolling 40s. Let's see exactly what's going on over here on young ANT JEFE's channel. If you ain't there, so like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Hit all. Finna jump into it. Let's get into it. Let's go.
it was almost like a 50-50 yard, and this could have got me in trouble as well as the card in trouble, as Crips as a whole, because of the stupidity and the non-verbal reprimands, because it wasn't no disciplines going on. A lot of people was running around like chickens with their head cut off, and to a degree, it wasn't no politics. It wasn't no politics.
Spots with no politics always have the hardest time and have the worst situations.
Politics was slim to none. Let's just say that. So when I get to this yard, I'm on this yard for about a week, 2 weeks, and I'm not feeling the program from day one. But, you know, I try to give myself some time to settle in. However, the situation I'm about to explain had took place. I had been at Atwater probably over about just breaching 2 years at the time. About 2 years at the time. So about this time, you know, it was a well-oiled machine. And things was running how they were supposed to be. You know, we had the politics intact. It was moving accordingly. So I had told a story months ago about Teaspoon from 60s, me and him getting down. Now, when I first met Teaspoon, me and Teaspoon was straight. Teaspoon had came from a medium of Victorville too. He was up there with some of my homies, and he was up there with my brother. And he expressed to me, you know, my brother was a dude that he played basketball with, you know, every day and bid it with. So, you know, I took a liking to Teaspoon, you know, spent laps with Teaspoon. We was in the same unit, you know, used to blow with Teaspoon, used to eat with Teaspoon. And occasionally, you know, when Teaspoon wanted to bust down, you know, I'd get him on that workout plan. But most of the time, Teaspoon, you know, wanted to run him up, you know, hit the spice, you know, panhandle, and see, you know, if he see a mark who he can press out of getting something for free. So me and Teaspoon had started out in 4A with each other. I was already in 4A when he got to 4A. Then Teaspoon ended up doing something or getting caught with something. I don't remember what he got caught with or what led to him going to the hole. But when he got out the hole, he didn't return to 4A. They sent him to 6B. So months down the line, a little situation happened that I'm probably going to be explaining later on. Situation happened with the homie Scrap from Avalon and some other Crip homies, the homie Lil Donnie from Vegas 60s and the homie Lil Boy, you know what I'm saying, who ended up being no good, you know what I'm saying, ended up checking in over debt. Lil Boy was Asian and black, Vietnamese and black, and he was from like a San
Vietnamese
Zay Gangsta Crip gang. So based on the situation that happened with them three, I was caught up in there and I was sent to the hole. And once I got out the hole, I got placed at 6B. which I had started out in 6B when I first got to that prison. So once I get in 6B, I explained the story to y'all about how I had to politic to get the TVs and stuff in there, how I was tripping with administration, telling them how, you know, this was a bullshit unit, I didn't belong there. Yes, I went to the hole, but I beat my shot. I was just back there for investigation, never did really have a write-up to beat. I was just being held on an investigation. And they already had the situation that had took place on camera. So it was just, you know, hitting me on some BS, you know what I'm saying? Just hold me in contempt, you know what I'm saying? Just to mess up my program and take me out my comfort zone because they felt like I was pressing buttons on things. So, like I said, Teaspoon was a liability on Yard, and Teaspoon had done some things that would have had him removed. But like I said, based on me being from A-Tray, you know, I just didn't want to press the button on Teaspoon, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how it would look just with the beef of A-Tray and 6-0. Although we was in the feds cripping and I was dealing with Teaspoon, you know what I'm saying? And I used to hang with Teaspoon, but seeing down the line that the homie was still young in the mind. And
yeah, it could have been misinterpreted. And it's a lot of space and a lot of room for that situation to go really, really left. So I can imagine why young ANT JEFE would use his better mind, use better judgment in that situation, and use political thinking over his emotional thinking for sure.
And was still being caught up in the pro-rails of stupidity that I wouldn't subject myself to. I had to bag back from him, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, two things Teaspoon had done which broke the straw on the camel back for me was that, one, I had got into it with somebody, and the person I had got into it with, Teaspoon had like basically gave in or sold him a knife for some tune, for some spice, because, you know, the dude had the pack at the time. You know, he was on with the spice, he was hitting for the get down, and me and dude was at odds or whatever, and he was piggybacking off Teaspoon, playing puppet master but using the spice. So that right there could have got Teaspoon removed altogether by even giving this dude a knife. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I held steadfast. I went and hollered at the neighborhoods. Hey, bro, this is a situation.
And that's what I mean when I say young ANT JEFE did the correct thing by using his political thinking and using his brain power above his emotions in that situation. That's sharp thinking by young Ant for sure.
I'm trying to hold my temperament in place, but boy doing bullshit and he needed DP. So the neighborhoods were supposed to got on him. Me, honestly, I think they were scared to get on Teaspoon. Teaspoon was aggressive. He was on BS, and he really didn't respect majority of the neighborhoods that was on the yard with us. It wasn't really like none of the older neighborhoods or seasoned neighborhoods I have been on yards with. So, you know, I think it was like a shark in water. Teaspoon smelled it. So he was like, what? He more was like, what? Ain't none of these dudes gonna touch me. Like, he felt like he was tougher than the whole bunch. And they was dragging their feet, you know what I'm saying, like they was scared to touch him. So that was one of the situations. The other situation was when he allowed the DC dude to sit at a crib table to play dominoes. Once one DC dude seen that, the other homie wanted to come over there and sit and play dominoes too. And Teaspoon was kind of like, man, hold on. And didn't allow him to sit there. And then furthermore, elaborated to his homie why he didn't allow him to sit there. Told him, like, yeah, your homie got into it with a crip at another spot. And, you know, I really ain't feeling that, so I'm not feeling him sitting at the crib table, blase blah. This DC dude went back and took that to his homie. His homie was ready to blow it up because he feeling like, being that Teaspoon feeling like this, what other crips feel like this? And, you know what I'm saying, we only few in this unit, and they the majority. We might as well take off while these dudes is at the yard and get the ones that's up in here and just go on to the hole. But luckily, one of the dudes I messed with from DC that had some pull, that was one of the guys, spoke up like, man, hold on, bro. Dude talking goofy. Let YA come back in from the yard and let me holler at YA, bro. And we gonna get this situation squared away. So, after that situation happened, right when it was explained to me what happened, as soon as Teaspoon came in, I'm like, hey, bro, look, after they clear count, or whatever the case may be, we gonna get it in, bro. Woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? So after me and Teaspoon, you know, we handle business or whatever, you know, I get at him, hey, bro, you around here doing bullshit. You a liability. You putting people in certain predicaments, bro. You could have got the homies butchered, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying, off your emotion and you just talking, bro, and not thinking. So, you know, Teaspoon, you know, felt where I was coming from. But, you know, being that little situation that happened, you know, that kind of more did for the more push and support. Because, you know, I guess he did feel some type of way. But, you know, he was on BS. But a lot of homies was letting him get away with it. And it was just like, you know, how much can you take? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, hold on, bro. Like, you're breaching the program. So, prior to this, we had a homie named T40 from FEDS that had come up there that was from Chattanooga that I was telling y'all about. And me and T40 was straight. Like, cool as hell. Was a cool dude. He had another homie used to buzz down with at the yard, spin laps with, you know, all the stuff. So, after me and Teaspoon got down, me and his relationship drastically changed. Like out of nowhere. Like us greeting each other. You know what I'm saying? But it came by.
Yeah. I mean, little animosities has turned into big problems and all that. Passive aggression and all that. Especially somebody feel like they got the worst of the situation.
Because I felt the energy from him. Like he shifted to like on some neighborhood time. Like basically he felt some type of way. And it was showing, and I felt like he wanted a problem and or wanted to fade, but just didn't want to come out and say he wanted to fade. You know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like waiting for the right moment and or, you know, if something transpired or, you know, waiting, you know what I'm saying? You know how dudes do, like, man, you know, I ain't gonna just come out and say this, but if something happened or something I dislike, you know, we'll figure it out. So once I seen this game was being played, we ain't got to figure it out. We can just get right to it. So once I seen he was acting funny, you know.
Bypass the passive aggressions and all that kind of stuff. We can just get to what we got to get to if it's something to get to.
Didn't want to greet no more, you know, shaking other homies' hands, you know, like trying to play me. You know what I'm saying? As if it's a problem or something. I ain't going to say no peon because you can't play me like a peon, but play like it's a problem or you feel some type of way. I addressed the problem. No, we walking down trade line one day. He kind of like shaking other homies' hands and was like, you know, kind of act like he to see me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey, bro, man, you got a problem? He like, what? I'm like, bro, man, you got a problem? I'm like, yeah, I've been seeing since me and Teaspoon got down, you know how you been going and interacting, bro. You feel me? I'm the same dude who came to bat for you when you came to this yard and you had the other Crips ready to get on you behind a situation that happened up there in, Pollock, you know what I'm saying, where the homie was unalive, you know what I'm saying, it was a green.
All right, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all catch the rest of this on Young and Hefe's page, man. Make sure you hit that like, though, that comment, that get subscribe for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. And y'all know the deal is red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, and of course, it's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free. We are gone.
How many shots to the center of a freak, nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink, nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas a rapist. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you want it, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see, we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General butt naked, the kid touched pressure is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice, and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack is slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Row didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jala on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flocka belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga real jala got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lame. We know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Loose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocka, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumbass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right though, right? Wait though, right? I do want to